Next very important topic is citric acid cycle. The citric acid cycle is also called as Kreb cycle or TCA cycle, tricarboxylic acid cycle. Citric cycle occurs in the matrix of the mitochondria. In the first step of the citric acid cycle, the oxaloacetic acid reacts with the acetyl CoA. The oxaloacetic acid is COOH, then CH2, then COOH, and double bond O. This is our oxaloacetic acid. This oxaloacetic acid reacts with acetyl CoA. Acetyl CoA is CH3COOSCOA. This is our acetyl CoA. Here, this bond will break and SHCOA is removed in the presence of water. So in this case, COOH remain unchanged. After that, this is COH, then C double bond OH. This double bond breaks like that. Here, the hydrogen is attached, which will come from the water, and this CH3 will become CH2COO, and one hydrogen from here goes to here. This will become CH2COOH, and this CH2COO attach at the last carbon. This will the citric acid. This step occurs in the presence of enzyme citric acid synthetase. It is called as citric acid cycle because the first stable product of this cycle is citric acid. This is also called as tricarboxylic acid because it is having 3 COOH group. That's why it is called as tricarboxylic acid cycle. Citric acid then form isocitric acid or isocitrate. COOH group remains same. This CH2 group remains same. This OH and this H is substituted from each other. So this OH comes to this carbon and this one hydrogen goes to this carbon to form isocitrate. So here COH group remains same and this H group goes to here H, then C. This OH groups comes to here OH and one hydrogen is as it is, and in the last there is COOH group. This is our isocitrate, and this happen in the presence of enzyme aconitase. This isocitrate in the next step then form alpha ketoglutaric acid by the removal of these two hydrogen and by the removal of this CO2. So here CO2 is removed. This will become COOH. Then after this is CH2. After that this is CH and this CO2 is removed. This will become H. In this case there H and H is removed, so it will form double bond O, and finally we are having COOH. This is our alpha ketoglutaric acid. Alpha ketoglutaric acid. And during this 1NAD positive took these two hydrogens along with it to form NADH oblique H positive. And this step is done with the help of enzyme isocitrate dehydrogenase. This alpha ketoglutaric acid then change into succinyl CoA in the presence of COASH, which is released during the first step of this reaction. So in this case this CO2 is removed. So COOH, then it is our CH2. After that this is also our CH2, then C double bond O, and when this CO2 is removed, this SCOA is attached here, SCOA. This is our succinyl CoA. So succinyl CoA is formed in the presence of enzyme alpha keto dehydrogenase. 1NADH is also formed during this step. In the next step, succinyl CoA is changed into succinic acid by the removal of this SCOA group. So when this SCOA group is removed, the water in the presence of water, the H of water attached with SCOA group to form SCOH, and the OH of water attached at this position with C double bond O carbon when SCOA is removed to form succinic acid. So this COH remains same. This one is CH2. This one is CH2. Here C double bond O and OH. This OH is attached here after removal of this group. This will become CO and OH. COOH. This is our succinic acid. Succinic acid. And this step occurs in the presence of succinic acid synthetase. One GTP is converted into GDP in this step. This succinic acid then remove these two hydrogen, one hydrogen from here and one hydrogen from here, to form fumaric acid. So this will become COH remains same, then this will become CH, this again become CH, and finally there is COOH. Because two atoms, hydrogen atoms, are removed from the adjacent carbon, so the double bond will form here. This will become our fumaric acid. So the formation of fumaric acid from succinic acid occurs in the presence of enzyme succinic dehydrogenase, and during this one FADH is also formed. In the presence of water, this fumaric acid then change into the malic acid. We know that the water having H and OH atoms, so this double bond will break. At one carbon H is attached, at another carbon OH is attached. So this COH remains same, COOH. Then this will become CH, this will become CH, and finally there is COOH. So water having H and OH, at one carbon there is OH is attached, at another carbon there is H is attached. This will become our malic acid. This step occurs in the presence of enzyme fumarate. And in the final step, malic acid then convert into oxaloacetic acid in the presence of enzyme malic dehydrogenase. During this H and this H is removed to form the keto group. And in this step, again one NADH2 is formed from NAD positive. If we talk about the energetic of the citric acid cycle, energetic means how many ATP molecules are formed. So at step number 3, the NADH is formed. At step number 4, the NADH is formed. At the step number of 5, that is GTP is formed. At step number 6, that is FADH is formed. And at step number 8, that is NADH is formed. So 3 NADH is formed, 1 GTP is formed, and 1 FADH is formed during this citric acid cycle. Next one is the energetic of citric acid cycle. Energetic means the total number of ATP molecules formed during the citric acid cycle. We know that when one NADH2 is 3 ATP, now these days it is called as equal to 2.5 ATPs. One FADH is equal to ATP molecule, and one GTP is equal to 1 ATP molecule. So 3 NADH2 is formed during the citric acid cycle. So total 9 ATP molecule formed by the NADH2. One FADH2 molecule is formed. So one FADH is equal to 2